Yesterday was better, wasn't it? Let's see if we can keep that going today. We start with what could possibly be the most difficult game we could have faced to start the day. Second placed, unbeaten, only conceded 4 goals in 8 games, Manchester City. Liverpool have only conceded 1 in their 8 games. We don't face them today. We do have Nottingham Forest, who are in and around us in the league currently, and then Bournemouth at home, who are, I'm not sure actually where Bournemouth are. Oh, they're there or thereabouts. They're only 3 points behind us. We're in 8th, Bournemouth are 12th, and Nottingham Forest there in 7th. Their goal difference is worse than us, but as you can see, they are 2 points above us. We're only 3 points away from 5th, but of course, the target is top 4, so we're going to continue to try and build on our better form yesterday. We had some good results. 4 strong games with 10 good points. So today, well, against City, I'm not expecting much, to be honest. I have changed squad numbers as well, by the way. I asked you guys in the last episode about squad numbers. I have changed them. See there, Renato Sanchez is now number 8. Not Daniel Marlin. Atal is now number 7. Sanchez is 8, as we've seen. Phillips is now number 23 again, and also captain again, as per your feedback. Changed Emerson to 2, and Tomori to 4 from 2. So we are changed slightly. Other numbers remain the same. Ben White's still number 5, as you can see, although now without the captain's armband. City, Forest, Bournemouth, closer to the top 4, if not in it, by the end of the episode, maybe. Although, top 5, hopefully. City's 11, Ederson in goal. Cancelo, Soyuncu, Stones and Angelino. Stones was rumoured to be leaving them in the summer. De Bruyne, Rodri, Eggestein, Bernardo Silva, Timo Werner and Raheem Sterling. If Arsenal started a week 11, that certainly is a strong starting lineup for Manchester City, although they do have Leroy Sané, Mauro Icardi, etc. on the bench. So they are at full strength, Manchester City, with yet more strength to bring on off the bench if they need it. A point from this one would be superb. City have played 8, won 8 so far this year, so anything we get here that isn't a resounding defeat is a positive. Timo Werner, he could run this himself, but he will give it to Bernardo Silva. He isn't anywhere near as fast as Malacia, but does have the dribbling ability to just dance around him given the opportunity. So Cancelo's going to push all the way himself here. That's over Sterling, I think. It's not, actually. Nengel does come to punch that. I felt like Emerson should have done better there in the aerial battle against Raheem. He's put the ball into the middle now. Malacia, Tomori, in fact, wins that header. Saint-Maximin, Calvin Phillips, and eventually we get the ball away. He says, as it falls straight back to them, and good save from Engel. Denies Bernardo Silva opening in goal for Manchester City. The general response when I mentioned about Engel's rating being slightly too low at the minute was to... what a finish. Was to continue keeping him as my number 1 and just continue to train him, which I will do. And even though I've mentioned it numerous times in videos, there seems to be still some confusion with you guys in the comment section. With the realism mod, you can only train the goalkeeper in 1 module, not 2 as you can in the base game. I mentioned that a number of times and people still tell me in the comments, "Oh, Chaz, you're so stupid, you don't know that you can train a goalkeeper in 2 bits." I can't with the realism mod, okay? Stop. Just stop. Kevin De Bruyne makes it Manchester City 1. Leeds United 0. I have a feeling that might be the theme of this game, but hopefully further games we'll be able to get better results. Although I'm still going to try and get something out of this if we can. Unsurprisingly, as City take the lead and look to extend their 100% record, Liverpool take the lead in their game and look to extend their 100% record so far this season. John Stones clears that well, and Sterling will get to it. Renato. Forward quickly. Oh, it's a paw from Tyler looking for... Is Marlon onside? I'm not sure he is. Oh, he's missed the target anyway. And he was onside. Just timed the run. He needed to keep that down. He's put it over the top. Oh, and only narrowly so as well. That is arguably going to be one of the best chances we're going to be able to create all game. If only the ball from Tyler Roberts hadn't been so under-hit looking for a towel, we might have been in even better. Oh, man. Should have equalised there. Calvin Phillips. There's Renato. He's made the run there. Atal, and it's a good one too. Drop the shoulder. Lay that back into Renato, who equalises. Renato Sanchez with his first goal in open play for me. And we are level. We have our goal. We've fought back well since going 1-0 down. Perhaps should have equalised through Donyell Marlon. Now have equalised through Renato Sanchez. Look at Rodri not track the run there, the number 16. Reacts far too late. It's a brilliant finish from Renato. That is exactly what I want from a box-to-box player in that role. Top finish. That's what Jamie Shackleton was providing on occasion. I want it more frequently from Renato Sanchez. That's his first goal of the Premier League season so far. Nice tackle by Sanchez, driving forward. To get Tyler Roberts in behind. It's Donyell Marlon that's there. We'll get that back to Renato if we can, which we've done well. And now Tyler Roberts is there. Oh, Tyler! You have got to be better. That is a gorgeous opportunity that he's absolutely wasted there by kicking that straight at the keeper. I tried to place it in the corner and he's ballsed it up. Well and truly. Renato through to Tyler Roberts again. Can he be better this time? It's blocked short. Renato. Little back heel. We are going to get a free kick though. Let's see what we can do with this. Renato Sanchez is a long way out. Was it 28 yards? I could play that short. Come on. We'll try it. We'll try and get it about there. And time it. That was... Well, shit is the only word I can really use for that, isn't it, really? Bernardo drops the shoulder, but Saint-Maximin read it, and we get it back. And Atal is there. Oh, it's nicely intercepted by Rodri. Now he might be in trouble. Keep him off his left foot, because he can thump it. Bernardo back there too. Oh, it's really well worked. The movement of Bernardo Silva is superb. And the cross is brilliant too. Oh, City, you can see why they're... got their 100% record so far. That was brilliant. Give and go from Bernardo Silva, and the cross, pinpoint accurate, as was the finish. Malacia didn't follow the run. And, well, Renato Sanchez not following his man into the box the same way that Rodri did, or did not do, for City at the other end. You'd have thought Renato would have learnt the lesson from the way that he scored his goal. Evidently not. City lead again on the brink of half-time. It's 2-1 to the Citizens. Good defending. Hasn't done it often enough for us. We'll feed that to Tyler Roberts. He's a brilliant first touch, and he's going to have the pace to get to it too. And across here to Donyell Marlon. 90 finishing on Donyell Marlon, and he can't hit the target on his own from 13 yards. He's been deadly for us so far this season, but that might cost us getting something in this game. Marlon looking for Tyler Roberts over the top again. He has 99 sprint speed, 99 acceleration. Edison quite quick out of the blocks to get to it too. Eggestein being substituted off as they make a change. City. Not sure who's come on in his place. It's James Maddison. Calvin Phillips hounded there. Saint-Maximin in. Marlon could get it back to Saint-Maximin. And now, why are my players unable to hit the target? No pressure whatsoever. And he's put it over the bar. This isn't good enough. I can't believe we haven't scored at least 2 goals in this game so far. Clear-cut chances for Marlon and for Alain Saint-Maximin now. Marlon will breathe a sigh of relief that he's not the only one to have messed up like that. I genuinely can't believe that. If they go up the other end and score a third, it'll be even more infuriating. And how the defender hasn't cleared that, I'm not sure. I've asked him to attack it. He hasn't. Again, the right side of the man, the right side of the man, and then the ball comes in. He just waits for the ball to get to him rather than attacking it the way that the opposition player does. Timo Werner with a great finish. Engel can't get to it with 3-1 down. It could easily be 3-3 if my players could finish. It could easily be 3-2 to us if my players could defend. Balls! Don't deserve this. Right. Let's get one back immediately, shall we? If we can. Into Donyell Marlon. Foul. Ref! No. It's not going to happen. We're going to lose to City. This ref does not care about me whatsoever. Oh, it's a lovely through ball. They might even be making it 4-1. Bernardo Silva turns on his left. De Bruyne, that's poor, thankfully. Wide of the target. Rodri. Oh, it's a gorgeous ball over the top to Bernardo Silva. And the cross comes in. He's decent too. Ben White there to clear it. Jared Bowen will bring that down. And the counter is on. Oh, I've overrun that. Soyuncu with such aggression. He just ran at me. He wanted that ball more than anyone else in the world. Oh, what a terrible clearance. And it's cost me a goal. That's not the first time Ben White has balls the clearance up. I've pressed clear the ball here, and that is his attempt. Engels shouldn't concede at the near post, but Ben White's clearance should never be that bad. That is an 86 rated defender that is hands down the best player I've got in that role and the highest rated player we have in our entire team. That is not acceptable from him at the back, just as it's not been acceptable for Donyell Marlon and Alan Saint-Maximin to have been as bad as they've been at the other end in front of goal on the offensive side of things. I cannot believe that we're 4-1 down here against Manchester City. I do not deserve that for my overall play. I did everything right there, cleared the ball with the right command at the right time, and my players messed it up. I work a clear-cut opportunity for players in the box, and they miss open targets and can't even get the ball between the sticks. When I've not put too much power on it, they've just purely let me down. My players have let me down in this game, well and truly. The scoreline reads heavily in Manchester City's favour. That is not the story of this fixture, and you guys will be able to tell that from the highlights that you'll see. I can't believe it. I'm so annoyed because I feel like we should have gotten something from this game and taken points off Manchester City and been the first team to do so this season. If they've been this lucky in their other 8 games this year, then they'll take some stopping throughout the entirety of the whole season. Engel finally saves something at his near post, and they don't get a 5th. Oh, dearie me. Get rid of that. Swing and a punch. Tyler Roberts will get to it maybe. I asked him to sprint and he does eventually. Jared Bowen is with me, but the ref might blow his whistle. He is going to let this counter-attack continue, and Bowen is in behind. I asked him to sprint and he just stood there. Will turn. No, he won't turn. He'll just stop. That was a very frustrating game of football that I certainly should have come away with something from. I can't believe we've missed the opportunities that we have. And I can't believe we've conceded the goals that we have. Another occasion of a defender not attacking the ball costing me a goal, and another occasion of a defender just fucking up a clearance for no reason whatsoever. All he's got to do is head that away, and he's headed it straight to a City man 5 yards away from him. Unacceptable. Entirely unacceptable. We'll bounce back from it, I'm sure, but that is not good enough, and we must. They were lucky to score. We must be better in the next game. We'll concentrate on what we can do better. I know what we can do better. The players can actually perform the actions that I'm asking of them to a higher standard of quality. That's what they can do better. Time to go and take on Nottingham Forest, who actually been a bit of a bogey team for me in this save, and I can't say that I'm that confident about this next game either. FML. Forest's 11 for this game: Juric, Ribeiro, Costas, Iago, Matty Cash, Nathaniel Chaloba, Marimon, Harup, Carvalho, Rigioni even, and Kuma Babacar up top. Missed the opening graphic as I was responding to someone on Twitter. Never mind. Hopefully we won't miss the opportunity to get more points. That big shadow in the middle of the pitch, though, is going to be a real pain in the arse. That's terrible. I thought they made changes this year to stop shadows being an issue. That is one of the biggest shadows I've ever seen on a football pitch ever. It literally covers the entirety of the middle of the field. That's so distracting. And the AI aren't going to be distracted by it. Oh, I am. Oh, is that a corner? It's not. Forward there to Renato. Just trying to turn to get it back to a town and just can't do it. It doesn't help that I'm wearing black with that shadow as well, to be fair. Maybe I should have played in the white top. Carvalho out to Rigoni. Emerson trying to be in the way, and in the end is, and does so well. Phillips. Tyler Roberts is there, and there's Donyell Marlon. Go back to Phillips. Try and work something. Cross here to Malacia. Phillips again. There's Renato Sanchez in a bit of space. Tyler Roberts also. It's a lovely ball to him, and he finds Donyell Marlon nicely too. And arriving here is Renato Sanchez again, and he's buried it again. This is what we brought him for, to do exactly what he's done today. Be that box-to-box midfielder that gets forward, scores goals, and is involved defensively and in the creative side of things as well. Yes, he should have done better for one of Manchester City's goals, but he's not the defensive midfielder of the two. That's Phillips as well, so it's not entirely his job. This is what he's in the side to do more so than be defensive. I would like more from him defensively, but scoring goals is certainly a good counterbalance to not being as effective defensively. Superb. It's Carvalho into Babacar. Calvin Phillips does well to steal that away from him. That was nicely done. Renato Sanchez down the line to Atal. Tyler Roberts is there and will burst into the space. Get that back to Atal here. Got runners all around me. Atal will look for Daniel Marlin. It's a lovely ball and Marlin can't hit the target to save his life. Carvalho has gone for the 1-2. Malacia has support there and that's well worked. There's no need for the flare pass. It's just infuriating. Tyler Roberts, I have reported that to EA, but the excessive flare passes without the ask for the flare pass. That's a tug of the shirt from the defender. And no booking, but will be a free kick in a decent position. And Maximan stands over it. Only 50 free kick accuracy though, so we will give it to Renato Sanchez. And I'll try and pop it about there. We will time it. Yellow. It deflects off the wall and I'll have a corner. Alright, well, we'll try from this sort of set piece instead. Losing James Ward-Prowse has been better for the overall play of the team, but it does mean we're now less effective again from set pieces. But I'd rather... Come on, Atal, what you got? I'd rather be better from open play because opportunities from open play are much more regular and relevant than the occasional free kick. Like that. Tyler Roberts buries it. Leeds 2, Forest 0. I think their time as a bogey side is over. Harrop with a corner. Away by Saint-Maximin. No one on my team anywhere near the area to try and close that down. Matty Cash to Harrop again. Back inside there to Marimont. He scored against me in a previous game against Forest. Oh, Chaloba's somehow gotten past me there. But Tomori thankfully has the strength to hold off Babacar. And we're able to get away. Phillips cross here to Atal. And they are on the back foot here, Nottingham Forest. We could finish them off with a third. I'll pull this back for Calvin Phillips. It's a good block. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how he's walked through there, but I'll take it. 3-0 leads at half-time. That one was slightly fortunate, and I have to be honest. Nice play to put it back to him, but blocked. It's blocked. It looked like it was blocked. It hit Tyler Roberts and then fell back to Calvin Phillips, who, to be fair to him, has tucked it away nicely, but he couldn't really miss from there, could he? 3-0. We will be getting 3 points here, and I'm very pleased at that after the Manchester City game. I think I'm done with conceding these crosses. Really done with conceding these crosses. We're in stoppage time, so I was comfortable enough with the ball there. But again, an opposition player attacks the ball more so than the defender, who waits for the ball to come to him, and it cost me a goal. Forest are back in it-ish. It's only 3-1 now. That is recoverable for Forest in the second half. Saint-Maximin through that gap there to Renato. It's very tight here. A lot of Forest players back defensively as they try and stay in touch with us, but they might not be able to. Oh, it's Renato again. That's another good block. They've been getting just men behind the ball, Forest, and it hasn't worked too well, but on that occasion, it does. Merg will get the ball down the line here. Nicely to Carvalho. On as a substitute here, Merg, or Merge, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Attack that, please, Tomori. He didn't. He waited again for it to get to him, but thankfully the Forest man didn't attack him. Stop with the flare passes. If I want a flare pass, I will ask for a flare pass. Just because someone has the flare trait doesn't mean they should always do flare passes. Just means they should be better at doing flare passes if I ask for one. So annoying. The amount of times I've lost a move or a goal-scoring opportunity in career mode and on Ultimate Team because of players doing flare passes when I haven't asked for one is in the hundreds, I'm certain, on FIFA 20. Good. Well, actually, no. Poor header by Malacia as it happens. And now Forest will break on us. There they went. Because he's made up for his mistake there, Malacia. Calvin Phillips into Daniel Marlin. Away from the defender. And well. Oh! Our woodwork saga continues. So, someone cracked me up in the comment section of yesterday's episode. They said, don't worry, Chase. You could always just change your name to Chris Woodwork. Score, Daniel. Thank you, mate. 4-1, game over. Is that a foul? I mean, I didn't press tackle. He just turned into me, but I'll take the free kick here, and Rajoni will take it himself. They find another. Can we concede another goal from across, maybe? No, Daniel Marlin gets that away nicely. Saint-Maximin turns well, finds Tyler Roberts. Go that way. It didn't quite work. I was trying to flick it so it would chip up past the defender. Here's Nathaniel Chalobah into Babacar. Comfortable enough for Engel. They've got Tottenham next, Forest. We have Bournemouth. Our fixture, I'd like to think, will be easier than theirs. But we'll wait and see who gets the better result. I certainly feel like we're going to get the best result here, though. 4-1 with still time to maybe get another. Oh, it's a bit naughty. I'm sorry, lads. It's 5. For the second time this season, we score 5 goals in a game. Leeds 5, Forest 1. Into Merge. Cross to Babacar again. Delivered in and away by Tomori, but only as far as Chalobah. Oh, former Chelsea man to former Chelsea man. And Babacar, well, he's offside. So thankfully, it's not going to matter for his dignity and for his embarrassment that he missed an open goal there, even from a narrow angle. Wouldn't have meant anything for the result. Anyway, it just meant that the team in red and white at home against us in Forest will get a worse result than the team in red and white against us at home earlier this season in Arsenal. And actually, I could make it 6 if we can find Saint-Maximin. Oh, good save. Oh, and he's headed it over the top of the bar. Fair play, Keeps. Muric has done well there. It's going to be just 5 to 1. So we go from getting hammered to wielding the hammer ourselves. Hopefully, we can be like this in the next game, not like we were in the first. It's AFC Bournemouth coming up next. Bournemouth, Aaron Ramsdale in goal, has been good against us previously. Smith, Rogel, Twanzebe and Diego Rico back at left back. Lookman, Lewis Cook, Arne Meyer and Dwight McNeil. Guri and Solanke up top. Fofana scored against us earlier on in this save. I recall that for Bournemouth, but hopefully we'll be able to get the better of them on this occasion. It might be nice to actually have a positive result at home in the league for the first time in a little while. We seem to be getting all of our big wins away, and then when we play at Ellen Road, we don't really seem to turn up. Let's make that change now. Listen. Oh, it's a lovely ball to a towel. The cross is really good too, and I think the defender just put him off there, Daniel Marlin. Brilliant ball in from a towel. Picks him up beautifully, and yeah, if that other defender wasn't there, he might well have buried that. Oh, that was very nearly a stunning opener here at Ellen Road. We shall still fight to get the first goal of the day, and hopefully, if it has to be the only goal of the day, but we're not going to get it in that level of spectacular fashion, at least not on that occasion. And McNeil is sending me in bloody circles here. Diego Rico doing the same. Dwight McNeil is in behind. Oh, Renato couldn't get there. Tomori clears, but in trying to block the cross, Renato Sanchez gets a yellow card. Now they have free kick in a good position. Ademola Lookman dinks it towards the back post. Ben White gets up and clears away well. Oh, it's a good ball. Tomori away. Phillips gets a little bit lucky, but does clear it. We'll look for Saint-Maximin. Okay, not exactly the first touch I was after, Alain, but never mind. Daniel Marlin sat deeper than Tyler Roberts at the minute. Keeps dropping slightly deeper to pick up the ball, Daniel, when he really doesn't need to. I'd rather he was further up the field, just getting involved. Like this. Now, can you bury it this time, Daniel? Yes, he can. On target for the first time in a while for Daniel Marlin. And we have ourselves the opening goal of the day. He dropped deep and kind of made the Tyler Roberts run. How many times have we seen Tyler pick the ball up, play it to the striker, turn, run past him and score? His 7th goal of the league season so far, Daniel Marlin, and the first of this afternoon's game against Bournemouth. Back to Rico. Here's Twanzebe over the top. Emerson cuts it up well and just lofts it forward. Lewis Cook in the way. Former Leeds man. Ademola Lookman. Oh, Twanzebe just has the strength to make up for the error. Here's Smith. In there to Guri. It's a lovely little flick. And Solanke has the support. He's gone out wide to Guri. And Emerson, again, poor defensive clearance. That will probably does end up costing me a goal. I don't really know what I can do differently with these defensive clearances. I'm pressing the clear ball button and they keep just flicking it to opposition players. Ugh. I just couldn't get to that in time with Malacia, and Solanke heads it into the back of the net. Being slightly unfortunate again in front of goal today at the other end. And, well, to be fair, considering the City game, at both ends. We'll still get the victory here, I hope. But Bournemouth have raised a matter of doubt about proceedings. Never mind. Doubt erased, the cloud lifted, the lead restored. Footwork to Alan again. Tyler Roberts. No, it's Daniel Marlon even. Speaking of, Tyler Roberts. Renato over the bar. Kind of scooped underneath it as he was looking to try and find the top corner. Didn't quite get the technique right, although he was under pressure evidently. Sent to ground in the process of shooting. Looks like it'll be just the 2-1 at half time. This is good football. This is really good football from Bournemouth. Solanke. Nice 1-2 with Gyuri. 1-2-3. Oh, 1-2-3-4. Oh, maybe they did a little bit too much there, overplaying it slightly. Jack Clark is coming on for Alan Saint-Maximin, and Jamie Shackleton is coming on for Renato Sanchez. That yellow card hanging over him just has me a little bit worried. Not really too sure Tuanzebe knows what he was doing with that header. It seems to just bounce off him rather than him actually aiming it anywhere. That was terrible. Never mind. We've made 2 changes, but hopefully the scoreline stays the same. Into Phillips. Out wide here to Jack Clark. Looking for Tyler Roberts. Spins well. Shackleton. Never mind. Solanke off for them. Who are they bringing on in his place? Anderson Lopez. Jack Clark. Quickly forward to Tyler Roberts. Shackleton. Tyler again. Can we find the gap? Oof. We can, but not find the goal. Swept by Tyler Roberts. Great technique. Bending back towards goal, but not quite close enough. Just wide of the post. There's only half an hour or so to go in this game, and we're on the move for 3 points. But there's still plenty of time for it to turn around, and invariably with me, it does have a twist in the tail. Cross here to Arne Meyer. It's a loose touch, and Tomori will win it back. Still would love to get another goal here just to finish them off. And Shackleton will get the better of Danjuma. And round the keeper. And Danjuma tracks back well. Oh, so close for Jamie Shackleton to get another. Beat the keeper, but couldn't get to the loose ball as he stumbled past the flattened Aaron Ramsdale. Oh, that's poor from Doucouré looking for Daniel Marlon. Don't throw this game away, Cheese. Doucouré. Marlon turns well. Good. Ah, it's poor, but we will find a towel now. Who can't finish it, unfortunately. Maybe I should have squared it. I did have options in the middle, but I wasn't overly confident that I'd find them. Perhaps I should have gone for the near post. I don't know, the keeper would probably have saved it from that angle. 3 minutes to go, though. Still 2-1 in front. And provided we can win the ball back sooner rather than later, I'll just waste some time and ensure we get the win. Do I have to win the ball back to do that, though? Here's Anderson Lopez. Cross could come in still. We have conceded from a number of crosses so far this season, let alone today. Fuck! Why do I say it? Almost jinxed myself. The ball to the back post. Should that have been defended better? 2 defenders there. Neither of them get to it. It falls free to the man, and we're going to draw against Bournemouth. Dwight McNeil has rescued a point for Bournemouth. Absolutely typical. There's me going, all I need to do is win the ball back, and then I don't actually win the ball back. Well, we scored quickly when they pulled back first time. We don't have the opportunity to do it again, unfortunately. That's all she wrote for today's episode. 4 points. Bournemouth had 7 shots on target, to be fair. Maybe they earned that point. Maybe they earned it. I certainly... I'm disappointed not to have won that game, though. We can do better. That's football, is what I'll say. We certainly can do better, though. We should have won. Doesn't matter how well the opposition play. in the last minute, you shouldn't concede, regardless of what's happened before that. Sees us 7th, though. We are 6 points off Chelsea in 5th. 8 points by Man United. It could have been as low as 6, but never mind. There's still a long way to go. What's the last training module? It was Jack Clark, so tackling will come next. Right, that'll do us for today then. We've got 3 more games tomorrow, I believe, in November before a busy month of December as ever. Wolves, Tottenham and Man United. Big episode tomorrow then. Spurs 6th, United 4th. 4th? There's no extra F in that, Ches. United 4th. We can close the gap on those above us, drastically so, if we can get the results we want tomorrow. Wish me luck. I'll see you then.